back last 2 weeks, you realize that, Honorable Speaker, a lot of the findings are the same, lots of similarities. And what worries me most, Honorable Speaker, is that the PAC report looks at the ministries, and this report we are looking at today is focusing more on the parastatals. So in a situation where I see similarity in terms of recommendation, both at the parastatal level and at the main ministries level, it gives a very worrying situation, Honorable Speaker. And one of the things which we have always talked about and which is worrying is the issue of either lack of financial statements or delayed provision of financial statements. And you ask yourself, Honorable Speaker, and myself, in these organizations and institutions, we have hired qualified accountants, and most of them are actually CPA-K. They are the people you see before you write their name, they write CPA so-and-so, CPA so-and-so. Implying they have done up to the highest level the accounting issues of this country. And then you wonder, what is it that they cannot provide financial statements in time? Unless, Honorable Speaker, it is a deliberate move to just sabotage the whole process. I see a situation where this is being done deliberately over time to make sure that those who are accountable for these issues retire or leave office before the reports find themselves into Parliament, where they can be questioned. And, Honorable Speaker, it makes it very difficult for our committees of Parliament to start asking hard questions to officers who are now sitting in those offices who are not there when these bad things were being done. So it causes a lot of confusion. And I think as House, Honorable Speaker, we must come up with a way or a strategy on how to handle this matter. Otherwise, this House will continue being a talking house with no action, and at the end of the day, Kenyans will never get value for their money. Look at the issue of pending bills, Honorable Speaker. You hear, this is a parastatal. They would normally get a one-line budget item, a line, where you give them lump sum, and then they'll budget for their issues at that level. But what happens? You give them that budget, they know very well they are pending bills, they don't pay, they implement other activities, and every year in, year out, we continue reporting on pending bills. I think this is very unfair, and more so when we are using public resources, Honorable Speaker. The Constitution is very clear that when it comes to the use of public resources, we must do it in a prudent manner so that Kenyans, wherever they are, they get value for money. What is happening in these pending bills, Honorable Speaker? We are killing our local business people. They have supplied goods and services, they are never paid in time, so what happens? Their businesses are collapsing because they have taken bank loans, they are not being paid, the bank is charging interest. Over time, these small businesses collapse, and then we are talking about economic growth. How do you grow an economy where you are not paying people who are supplying you goods and services, Honorable Speaker? Another thing which has been reported, and it's very pathetic, is actually a worrying situation, Honorable Speaker. Look at what this CEO does. The CEO takes parastatal money or institutions' money, procures treasury bills, Honorable Speaker. Those treasury bills are redeemed, and as a result of that, 700 million is actually given to the institution as a result of that investment. And then look at what happens. The CEO cannot account for that money. When he is requested to account for the money, there are delays in accounting for the money. And you know, these are the issues we have been talking about, Honorable Speaker, that the government gives money to a parastatal. Government money is used to buy treasury bills. Government money earns interest for that institution. And then at the end of the day, the CEO cannot account for that money. So who is losing? The government loses. And that's why, Honorable Speaker, we have always said, it is time this country went seriously for a single treasury account. So that in that case, government will never use the government money to buy treasury bills. Instead of borrowing that money, the government, you can use that money to implement their programs and projects. And in that case, then we'll be helping this country, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, anytime we sit here and listen to these reports from our oversight committees, like PAC, like this one, which is not the special